Hi friends, so good to be back in front of the camera. It means I have a little bit of time, and only because I'm driving, but I've been wanting to post this video. I'm going to try to make this so quick. I'm going to make this quick, but I've been wanting to share this information due to the recent hurricane that we had. There's just some important information that I want to share with y'all, so I'm going to try to drop all of this info, but still try to keep this short. So as y'all know, Houston, we just got hit by Hurricane Beryl, and I lost power for 4 days. Some people lost power for a shorter period of time. Some people lost power for a longer period of time. Why did we lose power? Why didn't we have any electricity in our house? Besides CenterPoint lists not doing their damn jobs, we as homeowners did not have generators. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to be telling y'all everything that I've learned about generators, so that you can also have the information. The reason why it took me so long to get a generator is because I was just scared of it. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a guy. You know, to me that's like a guy's thing. I'm not into those kind of things. So it's a bit intimidating looking at so many different models, and it's just a mess. I was just not into it. So now that we got hit with this hurricane and I lost power for 4 days, I'm into it. I've had a complete change of heart. So I dove in deep and I learned what I needed to learn about generators, and now I have the confidence to purchase one, and I know exactly which one that I'm getting. And I want y'all to know that quite a few people that I've talked to about generators were under the impression that generators cost $5,000, $10,000, $8,000, $12,000, and there are some that do cost that much. But in order to keep power on in your home during a power outage, you don't have to spend that much. What I've learned is that there is something called a portable generator. The major difference between the two, those big huge boxes that get installed in the yard, those are permanent. Those are the ones that cost over $5,000. I've seen some for $15,000. Those are permanent. Those stay with the house. They don't move. You can't take it with you if you move to a different house. It's kind of a permanent fixture. It stays with the house. So if you're not in your forever home, I don't know, may not be the best investment, unless you just got 10 grand to drop. Hey, show me the way. But for those of us that are on a budget, they have what's called a portable generator, and those are a small fraction of the price. Portable generators come in different wattages. The wattage determines how much of your house you can run, how many appliances, how many electronics, things like that you can run. So the higher the wattage, of course, the more you can run. So for example, I've seen some for like 4,000 wattage. I've seen some for 15,000 wattage. So you have to determine what all you want to keep running, and ask an electrician, hey, in order to keep these items running, what size do I need? Ask an electrician. So I'm getting what's called, so there's two different ways you can use a portable generator. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible for everybody to understand, because I needed to learn this stuff on the first grade level. So I'm going to translate it. So you determine what all you want to keep running. If it's just, I only want my refrigerator to run and, be able to charge my cell phones, you need a very low wattage. You don't need a high-powered generator. And then you run your whatever you want to keep running, power in your house, you run extension cords to the generator. Now there's another way we can do this if you want to keep your whole house running, which I do. I want all my lights to work. I want all my appliances to, I want to live like nothing ever happened during a power outage. I want my AC still going. I still want to cook. I still want to do everything. So for my house, in order for me to keep my whole house running, I have to have, my electrician told me $12,500. Now I also told him that I do plan on building a pool. So whatever generator I buy now needs to also, needs to be adequate enough to support my pool pump as well. So he said, yeah, $12,500 would do it. So went online and I searched, and I'm seeing that there's fuel, there's propane, there's natural gas. I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot. Like, what do I do? So I'm reading, doing my research, asking questions. And I figured out that you can buy a generator that runs only on fuel. And when I say fuel, I'm talking about regular gas that you put in your car. You can buy a generator that's called the dual, which is either fuel like you put in your car or propane. Those big tanks that you buy with propane gas in it. Then there's a tri-fuel, which means you could either do gas from the gas station, you could do propane gas, or natural gas. Here in Texas, especially in Houston, we do have a lot of natural gas. I have natural gas installed in my home. So I have a gas line that I could connect, just get a hose to connect from the generator to my gas line. And that'll keep my generator going nonstop. Natural gas is the cheapest way to go. Now, when you have a tri-fuel, I'll tell you in order. If you use gas from the gas station, that gives your generator the most power, but it's expensive. It's like buying gas. It takes about 8 gallons to fill a generator. So initially it doesn't sound like a lot, to buy 8 gallons of gas, but you get about 10 hours off of 8 gallons. Just depends on how big your generator is, how much wattage you have. And then to keep it running 24/7, you got to keep changing your oil, and so that's just too much for me. I don't do all that. Y'all know I'm single. I don't like touching all that stuff. But you do get the most power out of fuel. Then the second option would be the natural gas. No, I think it's the propane. The propane gas gives you the next level of power. And then but that's expensive, because then you got to keep buying those propane tanks. Then comes your natural gas. Natural gas is the lowest level of power, but it's the most affordable, because natural gas, my gas bill is always so cheap. So I don't care if it's the lowest, if it pumps out the lowest amount of power. I just care that everything is on in my house. My AC can still run, my refrigerator's still good. We can still flip on and off lights. I can still work. I can still, charge my laptop and everything. My Wi-Fi still on, all of that. So the $12,500 is what my electrician said is good for me. He said that also all you have to do is take a picture of your panel. Let me back up. So for natural gas, I'm going to be running a hose. I have to buy the hose, run the hose from my natural gas line to my generator. And then in order to power everything in my house, there's two ways you can do that. You can either run a whole bunch of extension cords from each appliance and each electronic to the generator, or you can get what's called an inlet installed. it at your panel, your electrical panel that got all the switches you flip when the power goes out. Some houses is in a garage, some houses is outside on the side of the house. Mine is in my garage. So you get an electrician, one that specializes in power backup. Get them to install what's called the inlet. It's like an outlet, but they call it an inlet because you're plugging into it. Get them to install the inlet at your panel, and you'll just run a power cord from the generator into that inlet. You plug it into that inlet, and then it's going to power everything that's in your panel. All the switches that's in your panel, that all the switches in that panel is all of your appliances and your light switches and everything. So once you plug that generator into that inlet, it's gonna power up everything. If you get enough wattage, it can also keep your AC running too. But with the AC, you have to also get a soft start installed. The reason for the soft start is because when that generator kicks on and it kicks on your AC, it's going to start your AC up too fast, and that can severely damage your unit. You're going to have an expensive repair to make. So you want to get that soft start installed to help protect your unit. So that is what I am planning to put in my home, because I do not want to drop $10,000 on a generator that's staying with that house. This might be my last house, it might not be, I don't know, but it does not add value to your home. People don't care about a generator until they need it. Trust me, it's a lot of us out here that just learned that the hard way. So it doesn't really add much value to your home. So it's just an investment for you to enjoy your home when the power is out. So I'd rather get a portable generator that I can take with me if I decide to move out into the country on my 5 acres. At that point, I may get a permanent generator, because that'll be forever for me. Once I get my acreage, I'm home. I ain't leaving. But those are the differences. Now, price. The one that I'm looking at, there's different brands. Now, I don't want you to think that, the most expensive one got to be the best one. That's not true. In my research, I found that Duramax was the most expensive. People don't know how to drive. Duramax was the most expensive. And then I saw a Westinghouse house that had the same exact ratings as the Duramax. But the price was a lot less, like $600 less. But they had the same exact ratings, and they had thousands of reviews. Same as Duramax. So, some people may feel like they have to buy the most expensive one to know that they have the best. I don't feel that way. The Westinghouse house is very popular because every time you look up, they're sold out, like right now. So that's what I'm going to be getting as soon as it comes back in stock. You can purchase these portable generators from Home Depot, from Lowe's. You can even order them on Amazon. They all have the same brands. Now, if you are military, you get military discount, or or veteran, I say order from Home Depot, because you will get your military discount. From what I've seen, they are the same exact price on Home Depot. Home Depot and Amazon have the same price. So if they are already the same price and I get a 10% military discount at Home Depot, I'm ordering from Home Depot. With both of them, it takes about 7 days to receive it. So don't wait until you hear we have a hurricane coming to order yours. you're not gonna get it. You need to order it when nothing is going on, so that you already have it and you're prepared. So Westington House is the brand that I'm getting. It's a tri-fuel, and for my home it's 12,500 watt. Now you have to find an electrician that specializes in backup, and all they need from you, they don't have to come out to your house to give you a quote. All they need from you, they're going to tell you, open your electric panel, take a picture of it and send it to me. All they're trying to see is if you have a main breaker installed, and how many switches you have. That's how they're able to determine what wattage would be the right size for your home. Sorry, I'm trying to follow my map. So that's all I did. I took a picture of the inside of my panel, sent it to him. He told me 12.5. I said okay. He said 12.5 would be more than enough. So I told him about the pool, and he said, "Yep, that's still enough. That's enough to run your whole house plus a pool pump. Perfect." So that's the one that I'm going to be ordering. He gave me a quote, and he said because my panel doesn't have the main breaker installed, he has to install the main breaker. So he's got to install the main breaker and the inlet. That's all he has to do. And he quoted me $600. Now he gives the neighbor discount. So of course I reached out to my neighbors. We have a neighborhood community Facebook group. Reached out to my neighbors and asked, hey, does anybody else need a generator installed, portable generator? If you want the inlet installed to be able to just run one plug to run your whole house. And a couple of my neighbors jumped on. They like, yep, let's do it. So each of us he gives each of us a discount, as long as we coordinate and schedule all on the same day, because that means he only has to make one trip to our community. It saves him gas and money, so he rolls that savings down to us, which is pretty cool. So I am going to link I'm going to put his name and number down below, and if you're in the Houston area, you can give him a call and get a quote from him. Now he's not the best at responding right away, so you may have to keep trying him, especially during the hurricane time. He was so busy with so many power outages, helping people try to get power back on and stuff. So he's not the quickest texter, so you just got to keep trying him. But he does give that neighbor discount, so keep that in mind. And for mine, like I said, he quoted me $600 because he has to install the main breaker. But if you already have a main breaker, he'll see it in the picture. He quoted one of my neighbors that already had their main breaker installed. He quoted them $400. So as of today, July 23rd, that was his price. Now if his price has changed, that's none of my business. So I'm gonna leave his information below. If you call him, you don't even have to mention my name. I'm not getting any type of referral fee or nothing from him. I just know that he's good. My neighbors that got theirs, they're very happy. They were very grateful they got theirs before this last hurricane, so they were lucky to still have power. And they were happy. They said they didn't have any issues. So I hope I gave y'all some information that could help you keep your power on. I will tell you, it was a disaster not having any power for 4 days. All of my food, I lost all of my food. I'm gonna cut this off because it's raining and it's so loud. I don't want to have to yell, so I'm gonna cut this off and I'll come back. Okay, friends, so I'm back. The rain has slowed down a little bit. I did not want to be trying to yell over the loud rain. But I'm pulled over now. I'm sitting in front of a client's house waiting for it to stop just a little bit more so I can go in and do a site visit. This house is under construction. But back to what I was saying. I was talking about my food. So because I didn't have power, all of the food, all of my groceries went bad. Anything that I couldn't cook within a day or two, I lost it. I had to toss all that food. We did the whole cooler and ice thing. I bought 2 coolers. I got as many bags of ice as I could. And that only works though for like 2 days. After the second day, it's no good anymore. You lose it. And I lost a lot of food because I have 2 dogs and I cook for my dogs. I cook fresh meals for them every day. And so I lost all of their meat. It wasn't good. I lost all of their meat. And then by day 2, the meat is not frozen anymore in a cooler of ice. It's not frozen anymore. So the blood from the meat pack starts to run into, so now I got bloody water in my cooler. It was just gross. So I had to toss everything. How else is this? Hotel. So yeah, we had to stay in our home because I got the 2 dogs. Can't take dogs to hotels. They're not service animals. So we couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't go to a friend's house because my dogs. I'm not comfortable having my dogs in other people's house, and everybody don't like dogs, and I got 2 big dogs. So we had to stay home and thug it out. And it was miserable. 4 days don't sound like a lot, but we're spoiled. We are spoiled. So 4 days felt like 4 weeks. And there are people that was out of power for a lot longer than us. Some people were out for 7 days, 10 days. It was just bad. So I'm here to tell you, do not move to Houston and not buy a generator. I don't care what part of Houston you're in, whether you're in the flood zone or not. I'm not in the flood zone. My house didn't get flooded, but I lost power. I've never been out of power for longer than a few hours at a time. So that's why I never took it serious. This was the longest I've ever been out of power since I've been here. And November will be 4 years. I've never lost power for more than a couple hours at a time. So losing power for 4 whole days, falling behind at work, having to throw out all my groceries. It was a huge eye-opener. So I am getting my generator. Price. The price of the one that I'm gonna get is $11.49. It's the same price on Amazon that it is at Home Depot. I'm ordering mine from Home Depot because I get a military discount at Home Depot. Amazon needs to get on this train and find a way for us to register to get our discounts. But they are the same price in both locations, but I get my 10% off at Home Depot, so I'm going to be ordering from them. And it comes up to less than $1,100. It was like $10.50, something like that. So if you are military or a vet, get yours from Lowe's or Home Depot. I compared the prices between Lowe's and Home Depot. Lowe's is on something else. I don't know why their price is so much higher. Home Depot is the spot. But yeah, these portable generators, you can get it at Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon, Ace Hardware, Arbor Freight. They all carry portable generators. You just need to give it an electrician so the electrician can let you know what size is right for what you want to be able to run in your home. So I think that's enough. I think that's it. So between buying the generator, which would be about $1,100 with taxes, then the $600 install, the power, you have to buy the power cord that goes from the generator to the inlet. That comes separate. That doesn't come with the generator, because that's just an optional way of running your generator. Like most people that don't invest in getting that inlet installed at their electrical panel, what they're doing is running a whole bunch of extension cords to their generator, from their generator to every appliance in the house. that they want to keep running. There's one from their refrigerator. There's one from their whatever. Anything that they want power to in their homes, they're running extension cords. Charging the phones, the computer. It's a different extension cord for everything running to that generator. And I don't want to have to deal with that. I'm not doing it. So I'm getting that one inlet installed so that my generator can run everything as if nothing else is happening. Business as usual. I fell behind work a lot, and I'm still trying to play catch up because I was out of power and I was not about to be working in the heat. I wasn't, even stuff that didn't require my computer, I still wasn't doing it because it was hot. It was miserable. I'm getting mad just thinking about it. But yeah, we had to stay home and thug it out, and it was a huge lesson learned. So I wanted to share that information with y'all, because if you don't know anything about generators, it can be very intimidating to try and find one. Like, I don't even know how to shop for one. What am I looking for? I went through that, and ignorance isn't always bliss, so you can't always lean on that. You have to do your research to take care of yourself. So that's what I did, and I'm just handing the information to you on a platter so you don't have to do so much research. Westington House is the brand that I'm going with. You got your Duramax, but that's way more expensive for no reason. It does the same thing. And then you just determine if you want to run yours by gasoline or propane gas or natural gas. Or you can buy the one that can do all three, and that's what I'm doing. And it's called a tri-fuel. 12,500 watts. Tri-fuel by Westington House. Last time I checked last week, the price was $11.50. So I'm getting my little coins together so that I can purchase mine and get the inlet installed. It'll be probably about 17, maybe 18 or 1900 total once I get the power cord that runs from the generator to the inlet. And then I have to get the hose to run from the generator to my gas line, my natural gas line. Oh, then you also have to have the soft starter for the air conditioner so you don't damage your unit by trying to start up too fast with the generator. I've heard that's about $500. I haven't looked at those yet, but my neighbor told me those are $500. So it still costs a little bit, but still nowhere near as much as it costs to get one of those big permanent generators. But if you got the money, please, by all means, get that big one installed. I'm just not in that financial position right now to do that, nor do I want to, because I don't think I'm in my forever home. I'll wait until I get to that to make that investment, because it doesn't add any value. It adds convenience and functionality to your home, but unfortunately an appraiser is not going to boost your value because you have a generator. So that's about all I'm gonna say about this. I hope this helped y'all. I'm pretty sure there's some females and some guys too that don't know anything about generators like I did. So I hope this information helped y'all, and I hope y'all take heed. Don't wait until the next hurricane, the announcements of the next hurricane, because we could even lose power even without having a hurricane. I'm sorry, I'm just a nerd at this stuff, but a lot of parts of Houston are power lines are above ground. We got these big power poles, the big wooden poles with the lines that hang, and any little blow of a wind, our power can go out. A lot of places like Florida, the power lines are buried under the ground, so they're less likely to lose power like us, because ours are just up in the wind. Now, some parts of Houston does have their power lines buried underground, like up north and in the Willis area. They weren't affected. They didn't lose. A lot of them didn't lose power because the sections, the areas that they live in, their power lines are buried under the ground. So that's one thing to consider. But if you have that generator, it won't matter, because you'll still have power even if the power does go out. So as far as running the generator on gasoline, you're gonna have to have some of those red cans and keep going to the gas station and filling them. And the caveat to that is, for those of us that don't use fuel but we wanted to fill our cars, I went to Walmart gas station and there was no regular gas, only premium. My car is nice, but I don't need premium. I take regular gas, but I had to pay the premium price because that's all they had. Because everybody with those generators came up to the gas station and filled all their red cans and took all the gas. So that's something to keep in mind. If you decide to run your generator off of gasoline, you gotta stock up on gas. Because if you run out in the middle of the night, you're gonna have to go to the gas station and buy some gas. So yeah, I'm gonna be running mine off my natural gas because it's never gonna run out. It's built in gas lines in the ground, and you don't run out, and it's cheap. Natural gas is cheap. My gas bill be like $20 a month. So I hope I answered, or I hope I gave enough information to help you feel comfortable with purchasing a generator. I hope you take heed. Don't wait until an announcement of a hurricane, because that's when everybody gonna be running to go buy a generator, and they all gonna sell out. They're gonna be sold out everywhere. The one that you want, that 12,500 tri-fuel, is the most popular one, so it's always sold out. So don't wait until you need it. Just buy it. Just on a regular day, go buy a generator. And another thing to know is that they will take, if they're not in the store, which the one that I want is not in any, it's not sold in any stores. They have to ship it. It takes 7 days to get it. So don't think you see the news that said hurricane coming in 2 days. Don't think you can order a generator and get it. You won't. Even from Amazon, they all take 7 days, because the way they have to ship it, because of what it is, it takes 7 days no matter where you order it from. So that's another tip to keep in mind. So if you're in a rental property, first ask your landlord if they will install one, whether it be a permanent one or a portable one. If they don't, you can't force them. Just ask them. If they don't, you need to go invest in a portable generator yourself, because at that point it's you taking care of you and your family. You can't rely on your landlord to do that for you. If they don't do it, you need to do it. And having a portable generator is not causing any damage to the house. It's portable, so it's not connected to the house. It's not built in or nothing like that. It's portable. So you could either ask the landlord to have that inlet installed, or you have to run all those extension cords. Either way, just do what you got to do to keep power in your house. Don't make your kids suffer. Don't make your dog suffer. Keep that power on. I think that's all I have to say. I hope this information helped y'all. I don't know when I'm gonna come back with another video, but this is it for now. This was very important. I wanted to get this information out. I wanted to get it out sooner, but life is crazy. I'm still trying to catch up. So y'all take care. I hope this information helped. I'm gonna leave my electrician's info down below, and I'm also gonna leave the link down below to the generator that I'm purchasing, just so you can get an idea and see what you see what you need to look for. All right, so if y'all have any questions, please feel free to ask down below, or follow any of my social media accounts. I'll leave those links down below as well. And feel free to reach out with any questions. I hope this helped. Thank you.